Good evening, everyone. This is Angy Stewart from Mia InnerLight, and we are here live on Kardec Radio. This is our new program. It's called God at Home. So it's 1 hour where we talk about the gospel at home. Then we have a very short meditation, and then we have our spiritual irradiation treatment. This spiritual irradiation treatment is very important because this is the treatment that will help all of us with our, not just with our physical bodies, but also with our spiritual bodies, with all our difficulties. You know, a lot of people, because of the pandemic, are full of anxiety, are full of depression, they are stressed. A lot of people lost their jobs, they don't know how it's going to be the tomorrow. So this is bringing a lot of spiritual diseases, spiritual stress. So the irradiation brings us the connection with the enlightened spirits and will help us to reconnect, to charge our batteries and also the batteries of the people that we will be sending these good vibrations. So this is a way that will help us so much. So if you know someone that's not feeling well, tell the person to start joining us, tell the person to start following, so they will also benefit from it vastly. And as I always say, please put your water bottle. In Spiritism, we really understand that the water is the most simple substance that we have and is easily maneuvered. So the spirits, they can easily put fluids in this water, and these good fluids will be actually our medication. So let's go. In our first 10-15 minutes, we have our guests and we talk about the God at home. So we have our friend Claudia. Hello, Claudia. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good. I love your hair. So nice. And we also have Jacqueline, but Jacqueline just told me that she is in her car because there was some kind of accident and she couldn't arrive home, but she will be participating with us. Hey, Jacqueline, can you hear us? You are on mute. I can see you are on mute. Uh-oh, I don't think Jacqueline can unmute herself. I don't know. But Jacqueline is here. Hopefully she can unmute herself. Oh, I think she just got disconnected. So hopefully she can join us again and participate. But let's go, Claudinha. Let's continue, and hopefully Jackie can join us later.
Hopefully.
So we like to take this first 10-15 minutes just to talk about the God at home, the pros, the cons, how to do it. And this is what I was gonna actually ask Jackie, but she got disconnected, so hopefully she will be able to join us soon. But hello, Yvonne, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Yvonne, I remember a few weeks ago or a month ago, I don't even remember, you said you have started the God at home. Have you continued? Have you seen any kind of difficulties, or have you seen any kind of improvement? Let us know right there. It would be really nice to hear your experience so we can share. So Claudia, what do you, from your knowledge from other people that actually are practitioners of spiritism, what do you think is the most challenging thing to start the God at home?
Well, I believe that in the beginning is very hard to set up a date and to be there at that time that you assigned, and that time, and not only the date but the time that you assigned for the gospel. And sometimes a friend calls, or sometimes a neighbor shows up, and so sometimes it's very difficult to start connecting, because there are spirits that they don't want you to start. They just
Yes.
want you to be, exactly the way you are, because it with continuing doing it, it helps yourself. It helps your environment in your house and with your family. So they don't want you to do that.
Yes. Yes.
So I think this is the most important thing, to keep doing it.
Yes, you are totally right. Oh, Jackie just joined again. Let me see if she can hear us. Hello, Jackie. Can you hear us? She's coming. She's coming. She's materializing at this moment. So another thing that I also see, Claudia, is that like there are people that actually finally can set up the clock, the alarm clock, and can join on the time and on the day they actually mention. But what happens is that they end up falling
I
asleep.
sleep.
So, and
It's
then a
true.
lot of people tell me this, oh, I can't believe I finally was able to do the God at home, to start on the day, on the time, but then within 2 minutes I'm sleeping. So why
But
do you
that
think
happened
this
to me as well. In the beginning, for me, I it was very hard for me, because every time that I would start feeling very sleepy, or I would go and sit down or sleep, or go to bed just to rest. Just, oh, I'm gonna rest for a little and then I'll start. But don't do that in the beginning. Just stand up and start walking, and start reading your gospel, or the reading that you were assigned for the night, or for the day, for that day. Just uh, just start reading out loud, walking in the house, or I don't know, you have to do something, or drink some water,
yes.
and try your best, but don't give a chance, for
Exactly,
you
but
to sleep.
that's exactly what people have to do, because what happened is that we know the spirits around us that do not want us to continue. They will have different strategies, or they will make some kind of room or some kind of noise. You're gonna get distracted. You will want
Mhm.
to stand up to check, or if you are not distracted like this, but you can fall asleep, they will start like, oh, you're so sleepy, and you're like, oh, I think I'm sleepy. And then you can actually fall asleep. This is
Yeah.
this is true. Jacqueline, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I just
Yay!
joined an area
Oh,
that the signal, but now we are actually in Orlando, so I think that there's going to be some good
you
story
are
about that.
very low. We barely can hear you.
Okay, I'll get my headset.
It's very low, and I hear myself too. I think it's opening two different systems.
Is
Maybe in
this
the
better?
car. Oh yeah, now it's better. Now it's better.
Okay, perfect.
So
Now we're good because we are in
talking,
Orlando.
we were talking about the difficulties to have the God at home set up. At this moment, do you do the God at home in your house?
I do the God at home in my house. I do it at least once a week. And what I like to do is with my sister. Basically, she does it in Brazil, and I do it here. The way I do it, we start with a meditation to kind of like have a good, like a good environment, and then we read the gospel, and then we reflect about the gospel, and then we say a prayer with, of course, with a glass of water, and then and that's usually how we do it. So it's our weekly way of connecting ourselves and connecting to God and to the good spirits.
Yeah, this is great. This is how I actually started teaching my parents in Brazil. We set up a date and time, and I was doing with them in Portuguese, and then we continued doing for months until they fully understood how to do it. And yes, because of the time difference in certain times of the year, is 3 hours difference. I couldn't continue, but I was very happy they continue. So this is wonderful that you can do with your sister in Brazil. That's really great. I have
Yeah.
Yvonne here. So Yvonne, she said, I do it every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. and it's really helping me to connect with the good spirits. I look forward to it. And then she also said that she sets up an alarm to make sure she doesn't miss it. Yes, this is a great idea. Great idea. I used to set up alarms, to have a friend from Brazil calling me, to have my husband reminding me everything possible. And until nowadays, I don't have my friend from Brazil anymore, but my husband keeps reminding me, oh, you have the God at home. So this is very, very good. So let's actually start doing the home as a group as we do every week. So we tell all of you that are listening to us, if you live alone and you don't want to do it alone, because you can do it alone. There is no problem whatsoever. But if you don't like doing it alone, you can just connect with us every Thursday and we can do it together. So feel free to write down your comments and your participation. So you are actually doing the God at home with us. And so before we comment, this is the book that we use, the Gospel at Home. But to start, we like to start with a short reading, very short message, and Claudine is going to be reading the message for us, and then I will do our initial prayer.
All right. So let me read one of the passages from Happy Life. And the passage today says, always live in peace. A clear conscience, one that is encumbered with remorse about the past and unafraid in relation to the future, breeds harmony. No external circumstances can disturb a serene heart that beats to the rhythm of duty rightly fulfilled. Finding peace deserves every bit of effort on your part.
Yeah, imagine when we are at peace, life is so beautiful. You know, we are at peace with whatever situation. So we are calm. And this is what we want to achieve because unfortunately we are not at peace all the time. So we are here trying to search for it. So let's just get united and do a very short prayer so we can start our God at home. And if you don't have your water, please run to the kitchen, pick up your water bottle, and it will be your medication for the week. So let's relax and connect with the enlightened spirits. Dear God, thank you so much for another opportunity of being here together with our spiritual family, all our friends from Mia InnerLight and from Kardec Radio, together doing this beautiful prayer where we seek for help, we seek for enlightenment, and we seek for this love to grow from our hearts to the others. Please stay with us and help us to understand the study of tonight. Thank you. So be it. Very good. So tonight we are going to be reading and talking about few of the parables that Jesus gave to us. So if you have the book, it's chapter 16, and we will be commenting from number 1 to number 6. So just briefly summarizing, we will be talking about the salvation of the rich. Then we are going to go to guard yourselves against avarice. Jesus at Zacchaeus' house. So you have to remember that Zacchaeus, he was the chief of the publicans. So he was the one in charge of the taxes. And he was the one that the Hebrew people really hated because he was a Hebrew himself working to the other side. He was working to the Romans, collecting money from his own people, from the Hebrew. So that's why there was so much animosity against him or against any other type of tax collector. Then we also have the parable of the evil rich man. And finally, the parable of the talents. So we are going to talk about a little bit about each because it's very important for us to clarify that to be rich and to have money is not something bad. It's good to have money. It's good to be rich. We need to have this. The problem is how do you use the money or how you allow the money to own your soul. Because we have lots of examples of people that are rich, but they are still able to do a lot for other people. And they are not like, they don't become like this monster. So it's important for us to fully understand that richness are okay. They are good. It's just that how you can misuse it, and that's what we have to talk about. So Claudine and Jaqueline, I would like to have your ideas, your opinions, at least on the first one that we talk about the salvation of the rich. What do you guys have to say? Jackie, just to let you know, you are on mute. Okay.
As I was reading here in the passage, when Jesus said to he said, "Truly, I say to you, only with difficulty with a rich person entered the kingdom of heaven." It's not easy for us uh, that we live in this world to know how to manage money or power. It's not easy. It should be easy because you can use the money to do good, but it's still for us very difficult. You either if you either choose God or you either choose money, right? Because
Mhm.
for us it's not easy yet to manage all that. But
Mhm.
what I wanted to say is that you can do good things with your money. You can do. You can share your money with other people, and you still be, rich. You can share because there are a lot of people that need it.
Mhm. Mhm. Jackie, do you have anything to add, to comment?
Yes. Now I agree with what you're saying and what Claudia was saying. But the way I like this about this part of the gospel is that it's not only about money, it's about social position because sometimes you have money, but you don't have the power, right? It's about how you use that privilege that you have. And the privilege may be money, the privilege may be a social position, the position may be a hierarchy in your job. So basically, this is putting our lives, this situations of privilege in any of those situations, in a way that how to prove how we can use this. How can we use this to be a better person and to help our colleagues? And in this context of the gospel is talking about charity, right? And there are many rich people that use money for charity. And the best way to use your money for charity is by doing in a way that the people that are receiving the money they don't feel less than who you are because money or social position or hierarchical position. None of this make you better than the other person. Understanding that this doesn't make you better than anybody else is very, very difficult. So that's why I said that the money or one of these privileges is more difficult for you, because sometimes you lose perspective of things and you start feeling better than other people. So the person that is really pursuing to improve, to really pursuing to become a better person, they take this into consideration. Not only the money, but the position or anything else that makes this person more privileged than others.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. But this is the way to interpret the richness. The riches are can be power, can be money, can be influence. Nowadays we have so many influencers, in social media. Whenever someone says this, everybody else wants to follow. So this can be interpreted like this too. And whenever
Exactly.
we have this type of highlight, we have to be extremely careful, because anything we know that anything we say or we do not come back. It's said, it's done. So we have to be very careful with it and how we are going to use our influence, our power, our money. And
Because sometimes you go to extremes.
uh,
Because sometimes you go to extremes as well. You use that power, you use that influence so much that you
mhm.
lose control of it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, exactly. Exactly. We have to be careful. We have actually Paul. Hey, Paul, nice to have you
And
here. So, Paul is saying money is just a loan from God, and the influence is a big responsibility. Yes, totally right. We have to be really careful, because we can be rich or powerful or beautiful in this lifetime, but it doesn't mean that in the next lifetime it will happen again, especially if we use it in a bad way. So this is one of the things that we have to be careful too. Jackie, you're going to say something? I
yeah,
thought you were
even
saying
yeah, I was gonna comment on that. This same no, this topic that you're saying, because everything is temporary in life. You know, maybe today you are rich, maybe today you are powerful, maybe you are today a social media influencer, but things can happen. Things can change in our lives. So nothing is,
yes.
not that I'm trying to be negative, but there are chances, that things may change. And we are
Yes.
being, at this moment, I'm being rich. At this moment, I'm being a social media influencer. At this moment, I'm being the vice president of the company. What happens when I'm not there anymore? Who am I?
Yeah. Yes,
We have to
exactly.
keep reminding ourselves.
Exactly. And God made us to come back to this life naked, and we come back there naked. So the clothing, they will be put in our bodies, but it will dismantle. We will be without it. So we will carry to the spiritual realm just the things we did, or the good or the not so good. So we have to be careful to do better than bad things, because we need this improvement. And yes, uh, we know that when you do not have a very important job, when you are not rich, when you are not powerful, lots of times people say, oh, I can't do this because I don't have the money. I can't do this because I don't have power. I can't do this because whatever is the reason. And us as human beings, we love these excuses. We love to say, if I was rich, I was gonna do this and this. But if one day you won the lottery and become rich, you will forget about everything, because you might be focusing on buying other things and you forget about your promise. So it's important for us to focus on today. I'm not a millionaire, but what can I do? There are so many other people that have less than I do. So we all, doesn't matter your social position, doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter what type of power, what type of job, we all can do a little bit. And that's what we should focus. We should focus on what can we do, not actually be pointing fingers to others that are not doing, or like you just said, Jackie, people that actually they do charity, but they love to demonstrate all the time. Hey, look at me! I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And this is like a showing off. It's different than when you want to invite people to do it. Is sometimes is really very close, because people can accuse you of being showing off, but you actually are trying to bring more people to join that cause. But this is always within you. Are you doing this from your heart, or are you doing this because you want to be well known about that? So it's not for people to judge, but God knows your intentions. So it's like, you can lie to everybody, but God always knows. So Paul just said, Jackie's right. That's why you can't define yourself by money and power. Exactly. Exactly, Paul. Nowadays, we are something, we know that in the next life, we will be something totally different. And we might be born in a different country, speaking a different language, in a total different environment, because we need that. And when we read the gospel, we see many comments of queens that they say they were queens on earth, and when they went to the spiritual realm, they actually suffered. They actually were in pain because of their actions, but they didn't know better. So that's why it's good for us to understand, to study, and like, whoa, you see, she was a queen, and she said she went to the spiritual realm, and she's actually in a lot of pain because of her actions. So it's something for us to think about. And we have a new friend here. Yeah, yeah. Let me see if I can pronounce. Yeah, Yaira, Yaira. I think so. Yaira says, "It is it's everything goes back to humility." Exactly, exactly. We have to learn how to be humble. Sometimes because we do something, we get a better job, a better salary, or you get famous, you become a different person. And then you change even your values, because now you are famous. So you don't wanna maintain your friendship with your friends when you were simple. Now you just want to have a very rich and famous friends. And many times people that do it, they quickly recognize that the friends from fame were not real friends. And that's why people that are famous, they have a hard time being fully happy, even the little happiness, because they start getting nervous. Who is my real friend? Or who is the person that wants to be here just to be famous too, to be brought into this fame? So it's very hard for people that are in
But
this.
Angie, if I can add to that comment, it's not about the fame, it's not about being popular. It is about the more distraction we have, the more those distractions will take us away from our core, from our inner self, because all of us, we are love. Our essence is love. Our essence is God. The more distraction we have being with money, with fame, or whatever, we get disconnected from the core of ourselves. And that's when people start having this feeling that they are not happy. Even though they have everything on the outside that can justify happiness, they don't feel happy because they're very distant from our core. And I can feel this the more that I do meditation and the more that I pray. I feel like when I have too many distractions, I start
Mm-hmm.
feeling a little bit depressed because I start disconnecting from my core. And this goes back to what you're saying in terms of charity that I wanted to highlight, because charity is you give with an intention. It is not an intention to get something in this life or in the afterlife, you know, because I'm gonna do something because I'm gonna get the promotion on Facebook, or I'm gonna be doing something I'm not gonna be putting on Facebook. But when I die, I'm gonna go to a good place. No, the real charity is you do because you do. You do because you love the other person, even you don't even know who that person is. You do because of love.
Yeah, no,
That's
this
the
is true.
real charity. That's the real
This
essence.
is
And it
true.
doesn't matter if it's money, if it's time, if it's
Yeah,
attention.
and what I mentioned
That's
is
the
that
richness that you have.
if whatever is the reason that you are doing, if you're doing from your heart, God will always know. But if you're doing it with any other reason, it will be discovered too. Even if you're a spiritist that you are doing it just because in your mind you have to do it to be able to have a better place in the spiritual realm, God knows. But what we always say is that it has to start somehow. We all have to understand it's not everybody that, woo, I have to help my brothers and sisters that are living on the street, because we know it's not like that. A lot of people are not touched by this. So they have to learn to. And many times they are brought to it by somebody else who says, come on, you just help a little bit. They don't want to do it, but they are doing something else. So they're like, okay, I go with you. We do this quickly, and then we go. But little by little, it starts germinating in their hearts. And this is what is important, because it's not everybody that, has from the heart doing it. But, we can continue. We continue doing it. Another thing we also have to understand is not only the rich people who get distracted and they get disconnected, but unfortunately, there are some poor people who also get distracted with things they do not have, and they think they need to be happy. This is the other side
The
of
opposite.
what we're talking about here. We are talking about the rich people who think too much about money or power, but there are the people that are poor and struggling, and we understand they are going through struggles, and they see others having a wonderful life and having a great time, so they envy that, they want that, which is actually normal for or in a certain amount. It is normal. What is not normal is to be envy that, hating their own situation. This is why spiritism helps us so much, because when we study spiritism, we understand that nothing happens by a chance. If I am struggling in a lifetime with something, it's because there is something related to my past life, or even to my decisions of this life. So I have to actually try to use so many tools we have to feel a little bit better, to feel a little bit more connected to God. That's when we can start doing meditation, as she was mentioning. We can start calming our thoughts and try to see what could I do to improve my situation. If I am rich and I only think about the people that want to take advantage of me, for example, or if I am poor and I envy so much everything else. Because we also know there are so many people who are very poor, who struggle so much, and they always talk about God, that God knows better, that it something will improve, and they have this faith that is so strong and so unshakable. So many times we see on TV these natural disasters that show people that lost everything, and they go to interview, and instead of complaining, the first thing they said is, I thank God to be alive. And this is already showing faith. This is already like, wow, would you be doing that, or would you be like, I can't believe this happened to me? So it's really something for us always to think, to reflect, and not to point fingers, but to think about ourselves. Ourselves. We are very rich compared to millions of people around this planet. So, what are we doing to improve ourselves? What are we doing to try to focus on helping others, or being more beneficent, or being more charitable, or being more forgiving? Because we already spoke about charity last week, and we understood charity is not just giving alms, is not just giving money or giving things. Charity is also giving our time, giving our patience, giving our ears to talk, or to listen to people that have difficulties. There are so many things that can be done. So this is really a great topic to talk about. And so,
And
Claudinha, you want
Angie,
anything else? And
and
Jackie?
charity is also not judging, which is very difficult. I'm not saying that I don't do this because it's very difficult, right? But charity is also not judging, not because, for example, I'm not the best person, I'm not the most charitable person, but let's suppose that I am a charitable person, that I judge other people that don't do this. You know, charity is
Mhm.
also understanding and not judging people because nobody likes to be judged. Is accepting
Yeah.
people the way they are and not feeling better than other people because you do something that they don't do. Very
Yes.
difficult. Very difficult. We have to be always consciously reminding ourselves of those things because we are humans, but we have
Yes.
to look for that.
Yes, exactly. That's what I mentioned with the pointing fingers. We are not here to point fingers at anyone. We are not here to point fingers to people that are millionaires and they don't do things, or to people that we know they should be doing something. So we are not here to do anything thinking about the others in this sense. We are here to think about ourselves and how we can improve ourselves. And maybe when we are doing something good,
Yeah.
others will be looking and they will follow our example. So this is important. This is important. Claudine, do you want to say anything before we go to the meditation?
Or maybe we can think of being more thankful for what we have, and if we have money or not, we have to be thankful for anything we have, because if we maybe we don't have money, but we have our health, or we have a family, or we have everything that we need. We are at the right place, the right time, being the right person that we need to grow, right?
Yes,
So we just have to be thankful for
Yes.
exactly,
and do our
exactly.
Yeah,
part the
Claudia.
best
Very
we
well
can.
said. Mm-hmm. Very well said.
Do you want to add anything else, Jackie, before we go to the meditation?
No, I think that Claudia said close it beautifully. Thank you,
Yes,
Claudia.
yes. Yes, very good. It is true. It is true. So this is the important thing. Let's always think about what do we have in excess that the others lack. And let's be always thankful, always thankful. That's one thing that we always have to learn about our prayers. Many times when we pray, immediately we are thinking about what can I ask? But the prayer shouldn't be like that. The prayer should be like Jesus taught us. We have to praise the Almighty, our God, our Mother and Father, that is so good to all of us. And we have to be thankful for everything we have, and ask God to help us to improve, to be even better. And then finally, we can ask for something that we need, not materially speaking, but really like spiritually speaking. If we are struggling because we can't pay our bills, let's not ask, please give me money to pay my bills, but please help me to find a job that I can work and finally be able to pay my bills. This is just one example of thousands of possibilities. So this is a lot of food for thought. It's very, very good. So thank you so much to both of you. And now we are going to go to our second part. We are going to, Claudine is going to do our prayer, and then we are going to do our very short meditation. Then we are going to have the irradiation, where I invite all of you to think about your friends, your family members, people that you would like to send these positive vibrations, so we can work together in this chain of love, and we can benefit our water to be our medication, but also theirs. If they have it, and wherever they are, they can receive these good vibrations. So, Claudinha, can you pray?
Sure.
Thank
So
you.
let's close our eyes and let's be comfortable. Let's calm our hearts, breathing. Let's take a deep breath, a long deep breath, and let's exhale really slowly. So try to connect our hearts with our Master Jesus. Let's take another deep breath and slowly let's exhale. And let's get rid of all the energy that do not serve us anymore. Let's connect with Jesus and let's tell him how happy we are, how blessed we are to be here tonight with our friends and to learn so many beautiful things. Master, we know we have a long way to go. We know, Jesus, that we know so little, but everything that we know, oh, we certainly know from you, from this gospel, from the teachings that you left us, and everything that we've been learning so far. It fills our heart with happiness, and we are very grateful for that. So we ask you tonight to keep giving us strength, and let's be together. Don't give up on us. We know that we're not strong yet. We need you. So continue with us, not only tonight, but with during our lives. And bless all of us that we are here tonight in this beautiful gathering. But continue with us, with our friends, with our family. And thank you again. And we ask you, bless our water. Bless all of our friends that couldn't come tonight. And please stay with us. And so be it.
Meditation for healing. This meditation may be performed alone or in small and large groups. It's intended to raise a field of energy referred to as the current, and the energy of the current is conducive to both healing and spiritual work. Please sit comfortably in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes and keep them closed during this entire meditation. Place your hands on top of your thighs with palms facing upward. Please do not cross your arms or legs, as I would like you to remain open to both giving and receiving energy. Let's begin by taking 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and hold. And breathe out through your mouth. Again. Breathe in through your nose and hold. And breathe out through your mouth. And once more, breathe in through your nose and hold. And breathe out through your mouth. As you take your next breath, I want you to imagine that you are breathing in a brilliant white divine light through the top of your head. It's as if the light of God is entering through the top of your head and filling your upper body. Now, through your mind's eye, let's travel back in time to the beginning of creation and connect with the first thought of our beloved God, infinite intelligence. As you connect with the energy of our Creator, you feel a sense of serenity, peace, and love. Everything is okay, as God provides us with protection. There is a spark of God's energy embedded in each of our souls that connects us to the current and to each other. As we maintain this precious connection with the divine, let's turn our attention towards our physical body and Mother Earth. Since all of the elements that make up our body come from Mother Earth, it makes sense that the energy from our planet forms an integral part of this healing current. So now, let's journey to the center of our planet, into the fire generated by the molten iron that forms the core of our planet. The energy that comes from this enormous heat inside the Earth is so great that it's easy to imagine it traveling up through the crust of the Earth, through the ground, and into your feet. As you continue to breathe deeply, I want you to imagine that you are connecting with this energy from the Earth as it comes up through the floor and into the bottoms of your feet. Let the energy travel through your ankles, your shins, your knees, calves, and thighs until it settles in the area of the groin, also known as the base or root chakra. It's been said that the base chakra energy can bring prosperity and give one a sense of power. In our case, let this energy give us the power to heal. With every breath, the energy in the lower region of your body begins to grow. Let this energy come up the back of your spine until it meets with the divine energy in your upper body. At the moment these two energies meet, you have an excess amount of healing energy that is a combination of divine cosmic energy, your own vital energy, and the energy from Mother Earth and nature. Now, let's use this energy to raise our healing current. As you take your next deep breath, I want you to concentrate on your left palm. Imagine that energy is beginning to collect on your left palm. Notice your palm may begin to feel heavy, and it may tingle and feel warm or cold. As you continue to breathe profoundly, I want you to imagine that a brilliant ball of white light is beginning to form on your left palm. With every breath, it grows brighter and begins to take on weight. Let your fingers curl upwards a little as you are now holding a ball of brilliant white light around the size of a small grapefruit. Concentrate and feel the sensation of the ball of white light on your left palm. Only some of us can see energy and the human aura, but many of us can feel energy, and this sensation proves that healing energy is real. As the energy continues to grow on your left hand, I want you to now concentrate on your right hand. As you take your next deep breath, feel the energy that is beginning to collect on your right palm. As you breathe in, imagine that a brilliant ball of white light is beginning to form on your right palm. With every breath, it grows larger and more brilliant. In this moment, you are holding two brilliant balls of white light. Feel the energy. Continue to breathe and concentrate so the balls of white light grow and fill the palms of your hands. As you continue to hold the balls of white light, I now want you to concentrate on the area in front of your heart, the heart chakra. As you breathe and concentrate, a beautiful multicolored divine energy begins to accumulate in your heart chakra. With every breath, this divine multicolored light grows larger and more beautiful and begins to turn into a divine rainbow of light in the shape of a small ball. You are now holding 3 balls of divine light, one in each hand and one near your heart. Notice that the balls of light each delineate the corner of a triangle, a symbol with great spiritual significance among different cultures and spiritual traditions. As you continue to breathe and concentrate, the balls of light grow larger until they form one huge, brilliant ball of multicolored divine light. Hold this ball of light in both of your hands and offer it to the spirits for healing and spiritual work as directed by God. It's been said from above that many times our healing comes from our gifts and service to others. Let your gift of light and prayers contribute to this healing field of energy known as the current. In the name of God, in the names of the good spirits, let us incorporate the divine light. And so be it.
My friends, now that we are part of this divine light, this light that surrounds all of our bodies, we would like to take this light and help it to travel from each one of us, from my home, this loving energy that I was able to accumulate and generate, traveling straight to the home of Claudia, surrounding her, connecting with her loving energy, and going to Jacqueline's house, or whatever she is at this moment, connecting with her loving energy, getting even stronger, and continue with this chain of love and light, going to each one of our friends who are listening to us at this moment. Imagine this loving energy penetrating your home, surrounding your physical body. You feel this vibration changing. You feel your whole body changing. Maybe a warm sensation or a cold sensation. But you know, this is the energy of the loving spirits connected with our energy, passing through you, through your home, and continue with this chain of love, going to each one of the members, each one of the listeners that are here at this moment, devoting this precious time to meditate and to irradiate this energy to the people we love, to our friends, family, or to others that we know that are sick or in need of help. So at this moment, let's be silent and let's think about all these people that you want to send these positive vibrations. If by any chance you are not feeling good, if you are distressed, if you have any health issues, think first of yourself. Imagine this healing energy penetrating your physical body, changing your sick cells, substituting it for healthy ones, and your whole body changing. And do the same to the people that you love and care. So at this moment, have an image of them. Think of them. Let's be silent for a few seconds. And now that we were able to visualize all the people that we care so much, let's extend these loving vibrations towards the places in need, to the countries that are suffering from starvation, to the countries that are badly affected with COVID-19, so they can all benefit from it. Let's extend this loving energy to all the personnel that are working on bringing this help, to the doctors, nurses, people that work in any type of health, hospitals, clinics, to the emergency workers, and to everybody else, the ones that need to continue with their stores open to survive, to the teachers, in the schools, everywhere. Let's try to send these good vibrations to every possible place. Let's think about all the elderly in the nursing homes, to all the children without mothers and fathers that lives in foster homes or in orphanages, to all the men and women who are in prisons at this moment. Please, God, help help them to benefit somehow with these positive vibrations, with this irradiation of love that we are trying to share a little bit of what we have. And continue with this chain of love. It leaves the last person and it comes back to me where it started, and we are closing it. So let's imagine this very large chain of love, this positive vibration, this goldish energy surrounding all of us, helping all of us to feel stronger, to feel more positive, to feel enlightened. And let's all say together, thank you, dear Lord. Thank you for everything that we have in this life. Not just for the goods, not just for the positive things, but thank you also for our difficulties, for our problems, for our issues, because we need them in order to overcome, to improve, to become a better person, and in the future, a more enlightened spirit. Thank you for so many opportunities. And please help us. Help us to be well inspired, listening to our mentors, to the good spirits that are always protecting and guiding us. Let us to be well connected so we can take the better decisions. And whenever we take a decision it's not that good, give us strength to overcome the problems we might create for ourselves. Seeing everything in a positive way, understanding it was necessary, even if this pain is momentary. It shall pass, and I will be stronger from this experience. Doing exactly as Jesus told us, go and do not repeat your same mistake. Help us to not repeat our mistakes, understanding there will be others that we will have to learn. Please stay with us. Help us now and always. And so be it. Very good. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you so much, Claudia and Jackie, for being with us tonight.
Thank you for
It
having
was a
us.
blessing, as it always
Thank
is,
you.
to be able to share a little bit of our loving energy, a little bit of our studies, and mostly of our reflection. And we can continue building these good vibrations day by day. It was great. Thank you so much to all of you who
Thank
are
you.
seeing us at this
Bye,
moment or will be
Jackie.
listening to
Thank
us
you.
later
Bye,
on.
Claudia. Bye,
Hopefully, you
everyone.
guys can come back again next week.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Claudina. Thank you, Jackie.
Bye.
See you guys
Thank you.
soon.
See you
See you.
guys.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.